can't. I'm very busy. I have so much to get done before the election.
Take a break from it. You need to de-stress yourself.
Oh, what do you suppose I do? Read?
Sure, why not?
I'd rather get back to work. Bree, I need those!
Now, I know you want to be governor, but you used to be an English teacher. Your competition knows this. Your supporters knows this. Even the press knows this. You need to remember who you are. The election is in 4 days, and you're already behind on your polls. I just checked. You need to remember who you are, and you need to remind everyone who you really are, because that's what you're voting for. While making your speech before the election, allude to a new pop culture book to increase your audience and supporters, and to demonstrate that you've never lost your love for reading. It may be your last chance.
Perhaps that might work.
Of course it'll work. Take the bus to the bookstore, pick out anything that seems appealing, and read it in the next 3 days. All of it. It'll help, I promise.
Do you recommend anything?
Between the Lines by Ann Coulson. It's so good.
If you insist, she has our last name. Bree!
Help! No! Go now.
Bye, Bree. Love you.
Love you too. Men.
There's something I want, but money and time. $1,000,000 bills, and the tick, 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 tick.
Can I help you?
Oh, my apologies. I just couldn't help but notice you reading my book.
You're Ann Coulson.
The very same. Hello, Cal.
Nice to meet you. While you're here, we need to discuss your book.
You as well, and, why is that?
It's got several flaws. That girl, Amelia, is always so sad and depressed. Even when she starts falling in love with that man, she never seems happy with him. Why write a book where the characters never change? It's supposed to change by the end of the story.
Well, she's in a depression. It's quite common.
You know, my mother had it as well. Her name was Amelia as well. She recently passed along to my father just a few months ago.
I'm sorry to hear about that, but then you should know what a depression can be like.
Also, I don't like the love at first sight concept.
Many people believe in it. Why don't you just finish the book and see what happens?
And listen, this could be a great book, but its flaws are outstanding. It lacks key plot structure. I would know. I was an English teacher before, and I know how the system goes. Now I'm a politician.
I'm sorry to hear about that, but you're not in the majority, though. My other millions of fans like it. Can you send my book, please? What's your name? Anna. There you go. Thank you.
People actually enjoy this?
I've sold over 30 million copies. My fans love it.
Wait, if you've got millions, why not buy a limo?
I do not use my wealth to get a limo. I even live in an apartment.
Oh, I see.
What about you? Shouldn't you be meeting with the media and your supporters by now?
I've done plenty of that, and they all know I must keep on working.
All right. How about I make you a deal?
What would it be?
Read it, finish it. If you send me good comments with constructive criticism, in my next interview I will mention that I met you and I value your opinion of my work and literature in general. Highly. But that means you must finish it by tomorrow evening because my interview is the next morning.
What media source is this?
But just Good Morning America. Just, a highly watched TV show.
Thank you, Anne.
No problem, Cal. Oh, this is my stop, so I better get going. See you later.
Cal, is that you?
Yes, it's me. Sorry it took so long. The bus was late.
That's all right. Get the book.
Yeah, and I also met Ann Coulson.
What? Really? How?
I was reading her book on the bus and she noticed and sat down next to me.
Did you compliment her on her book?
No. I told her I didn't like it.
Cal, I say this with all the love in the world. You're an idiot.
Excuse me, I didn't finish what I was saying.
Then by all means, continue.
Well, she gave me her business card and said if I finished the whole book by tomorrow evening and sent her quality constructive comments, she'd mention me in her next interview, which is before the election.
Well, you better give her some good feedback.
That's the plan. Now, let's get some shut-eye.
Okay. Good night, Cal.
Bree,
Huh?
there was something so familiar about Ann's story. Like, it had to do with my family.
Okay, my love. We'll discuss it later.
Night, dear.
Good night.
Just me, in a room so dark, in a house in a town, and I don't breathe. No, I never meant to let you go.
Come on, Cal. You got this. Who would ever write such bad literature or read it? Amelia was not pregnant with one child, Cal, but two. The other one named Amelia. What? Bree! Bree! Bree!
Since a twist of fate when it all broke down, and the story of last looks a lot like a tragedy now. Next chapter.
All right, Anne, I finished your book. All of it.
I bet you have a lot of questions for me then.
Why is my name in your book? Why is my mother's name in your book? And the description of the husband sounds just like my father. Why do we have the same last name, Anne? What are you not telling me?
Mom, can I meet my aunt now? Later, come on. Your aunt has something to explain to your father.
Aunt.
Bye.
Aunt.
I didn't know you had a daughter.
Aunt.
How old is she?
Anne, explain it now.
Between the Lines is not some ordinary fiction book. It's a biography of our parents.
This has to be some funny joke.
It's not. Let me explain. You know how poor both our parents were. They couldn't afford us both, so they decided that one of us had to go up to adoption. And after much thought and many tears, they decided that it would be me. And they never told you because they didn't want you to come out and find me.
That can't be.
It is. And I was never adopted, so when I turned 18, I left the center and I spent my time writing books. And one day, I was lucky enough to get them published, and I became a famous author, and I always wanted to meet my parents.
How?
I tracked them down. But apparently, they already knew who I was, so they apologized to me and explained everything. And they told me about you. And then I asked if I could record it for an interview.
I can't believe this. You must be lying to me.
I'm not. I still have the recordings.
Thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. I have one final thing. Cal is probably going to hear our conversation because I intend on telling him soon. Is there anything you want to tell him?
Tell Cal that we apologize and that we love him. We apologize for not telling him when we really should have. He had a right to know as well as you did because you both have grown up to be so amazing and you deserve to know one another.
They told me about you too. But they told me I should contact Bree, not you, because if I tried to contact you, it seemed like a scam email or something.
Bree knew?
I believe she was the one who recommended the book. set up this meeting.
So it's true. You're my sister.
Yes. But if you don't want to have anything to do with me, I completely understand.
Of course not. Of course I want to know you. Oh my God, and I told you your book was bad.
So, my writing really is that bad, huh?
No. Well, actually.
Never mind that now. I just want to meet your daughter first.
Of course. Of course. Over the past few days, I learned a lot about myself. A lot of the things I didn't know were true. I was surprised to learn. I had to look past the black and white, the lines in front of me, and see what was hidden behind it all. That's what we need to do as well. The only way to fix the problems in the state is to look past our differences and read between the lines.
That's my brother.
That's my daddy. The votes have been tallied. The winner is won by a landslide. Robert Simmons with 300,000 votes. Bash Howards with 700,000 votes. And Sony Martin with 900,000 votes.
Excuse me?
And finally, Cal Colson with 955,000 votes. Mr. Colson is our new governor.
That's what I thought. They will also be tomorrow night at 7, so if you want to come again, please do.